Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be ranking every MLB bullpen in a tier list, as always. If you have enjoyed the tier list series, remember to leave a like as well. Go check out the playlist up there. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get right into the video. Alright, so you already know what the tiers are: the elite, the above average, the average, the below average, and the trash. Beat bullpens, and I have the stats pulled up here. I'm not just going to go by ERA and rankings. I'm going to go by like what the names are and some individuals there as well. So for example, we're starting off with the Tigers, who the Tigers actually surprisingly have a quite above average bullpen. 3.32 ERA is very solid. It is near the top, is up in the top half, near top 10. I think we can say they're above average bullpen. The Pirates, I think they're near the bottom. 4.50 ERA as a team. That is good for 27th in baseball. I'm gonna go trash, yeah. Like, no names. I really couldn't tell you very many names from that bullpen at all. Next up, we have the Rockies, and the Rockies are actually second worst in baseball in bullpen ERA. That is a trash bullpen. I don't want to just go by bullpen ERA, but we could go here. Their saves, they got 32 saves. Their whip as a bullpen is a 1.41, which actually ranks out right around average, funny enough. They give up the long ball. Of course, it's going to happen. The White Sox, this is an interesting one. Near the bottom, 3.96 ERA. You'd think that with Kendall Graveman and Liam Hendricks in there, they'd be around like a better bullpen. I think that this year they're average. The numbers say otherwise, but even their whip right now is 1.31, which is like, eh. But they have names there. I like average for them. The Angels, their stats are a little slightly above average, I believe. Yeah, they're right at 15th with a 3.88 ERA as a team. They have a whip of 1.22. Probably average because their hitting has been their problem this year. Inconsistent hitting. The Padres, they have an above average bullpen, but barely. It's right at this bottom tier of above average. They got Josh Hader in that trade, and he's been disappointing, but they traded away their guy in Rogers, who got a lot of saves, but his ERA wasn't good. Their whip is 1.22, which is pretty solid, but their ERA is 3.78, so like gotta clean that up a little bit. The Royals have the third worst bullpen ERA in baseball. I think we can put them in trash. Like near the bottom, there's not much of a debate. The Cubs actually had solid names in the bullpen until they traded him away. 4.02 ERA. I think they're going to be our first below average because they're not quite trash. They still have a couple of guys there. The Astros have an elite bullpen. They have the best bullpen ERA actually in baseball. 2.89 ERA, a 1.16 whip. Wow, that's really good. 34 saves on the year as a team. I like them up here at the elite category. So funny enough, the Brew Crew, you'd think that they'd be elite. They actually have a slightly below average bullpen ERA. Their whip is at 1.24, which is solid. This means they're giving up the long ball more. I think they can go average because like they've got the guys, they have the names, they've been a little bit injured. I think average. Minnesota is going to be the same exact thing, except they don't have as many names. No, below average. They're one slot ahead of the Brewers ERA wise, and when we look at their whip, it's 1.27, so a worse whip. The Mets, I think I can go with one of the best five. I can just think of the names right now. I mean, Edwin Diaz, Adam Ottavino. Those are just a couple of guys I can name from this bullpen. Joely Rodriguez, who has been shaky a little bit, but that's not the point. I mean, they have potentially the Cy Young winner of the year in the bullpen right now. That's pretty crazy. The Athletics, actually below average because they're actually not bottom five. They got 4.11 ERA as a bullpen, a 1.34 whip. They're like around 20. I think it's like 22nd, 23rd. I think below average. The Mariners, I believe, have the best bullpen ERA since June 1st, and they are top 10, it looks like. Not one of the best five, but very close. We're moving up here. I guess the rankings within the tiers don't really matter. I had someone comment on a video like saying, oh, they're third, not fifth, but yeah, whatever. The Rangers, they just fired their manager, I believe. They appear to have a top 10 bullpen ERA in baseball right now. I think that's enough to... I don't know. I know Matt Moore, he's been pretty solid for them this year. Average. Nationals, I don't have to say very much. It's awful. It's really bad. Blue Jays, I'm actually interested to see this one. So Toronto is the 14th best. I don't think they have that many names there either. Their starting pitching rotation has a lot of names, but I think we can put them in average. The Cardinals, another team that you would think they would have a very good bullpen, but it's right around average statistically. But I think they're at a point, they're like 12th or 13th, and we can put them in above average. The Orioles, elite. Third best bullpen ERA in baseball this year. 3.06. They have a 1.18 whip as a team. That is like, the whip is only 0.3 off from the Yankees and 0.2 off from the Astros. The Braves, this one's actually going to be interesting. I can go. I gotta pick between two people. One's gotta go in above average, one's gotta go in elite. The Braves are gonna go into above average. Very, like, it's close. They have the names. They traded away Will Smith, who was having a shakier year, but, like, still was good. But, like, Kenley Jansen is in there. He's very good. They just added Rizal Iglesias, I think. Like, that's really good. They've got the guys there. So, I mean, Minter, who's also been shaky at times this year. The D-backs, I don't think that they have a very good bullpen. It's in the below average tier, I think. The Red Sox, another bullpen just in the below average tier. 4.38 ERA. 1.32 whip, not much. Miami has an average bullpen. Like, their statistics are right about average, and they have guys. They just, like, quietly dominate at times. Yankees, they're going to be at the 4th elite. I'll rank the elite tier here in a second. I like the consistency of the Orioles bullpen a lot more than the Yankees. The Rays, they're going to also go toward the top of above average. Man, this is getting loaded. The statistics would say otherwise. If I were to put them into elite, the statistics would not back me up on that. They actually have a worse bullpen ERA than Detroit. Detroit has the 6th best bullpen ERA in baseball. Yeah, we'll just keep them. We'll keep them in above average. Reds, I'm sorry. The Guardians, another team that's above average. We are loaded with this category right here. Very good. Dodgers, this is gonna be my last elite team here. A lot of names here. The Phillies. Phillies bullpen has been very, very good, especially recently, like the last couple of months. That being said, with how loaded the above average category is, they're not below average. They're not even close to below average. But I think that they're average, like the top of average. And then we got the Giants, which the Giants, it appears they have a below average bullpen, actually. All right, so those are your tiers right here. Cardinals are gonna get bumped down right there. Now it's completely even. It's fine. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like as well as subscribe if you haven't already. Leave your video ideas, suggestions below. Go check out the card store. Go check out the second channel for card. Link in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a blessed one.